Shalom, shalom. I first and foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, the glory, and honors belongs to Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Maharakah, Kodash, Tawadi Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai, for allowing me to be out here and to minister to the hopeful elect in hopes that they will be saved within these last days. And we're going to bring out the wisdom of these scriptures that were imparted to Solomon, King Solomon, and Yahweh Shai as well. We're going to impart that out, right? And Lord willing, this is going to be edifying. Okay, so we're just going to flow with the spirit. Okay, so we're going to start from Proverbs, Baba Kishar. Wisdom, the beginning of knowledge. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. So we want wisdom, we want knowledge, and we want understanding. Knowledge, when it's applied, it's wisdom, which is practical. And this is what's going to get us to that next level, to receive instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, right? To give prudence to the simple, okay? So all these different things, we're also going to give what? Truth to the simple. So this truth can make a simple man wise. This truth that we're teaching right here, it makes a simple man wise. Everything that we need to get through in this system is in here. The young man, knowledge and discretion. So this also gives us knowledge and discretion, which means discreet, right? We learn how to be discreet within the, you have to be discretion, use discretion. So you can't be going to your workplace, yeah, you know this place is going down and so and this and that. We have to use discretion, right? At all times. Okay? A wise man will hear and increase learning. Right? So yeah, that wise man, he's gonna hear these words, he's gonna increase that learning, because he's already wise. And a man of understanding would attain wise counsel. Don't ever refuse counsel if it's wise. Don't ever refuse no counsel if it's wise counsel. Always accept that counsel. To understand the proverb. An enigma, the words of the wise and their riddles. So a lot of these scriptures are parables, dark sayings, right? And a dark saying is a metaphoric, something said in a metaphoric way. That's not given to everybody. It's only given to a few. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of with knowledge. That's the beginning of all knowledge, brothers. Fear the Lord, Jehovah Shai. I'll fear him. The beginning of all knowledge is to fear him. Keep his commandments. But fools despise wisdom and knowledge and instruction. So if you're a fool, you're going to despise what's being said here. You're going to shun it. You're gonna run away from it. My son, hear the instruction of your father and do not forsake the law of your mother. For they will be graceful ornament on your head and chains about your neck. So now we're going to go to Ecclesiastes. And it's going to expound. I'm laughing about something. We're going to expound on this wisdom. Check this out. The value. Ecclesiastes 7. A good name is better than precious ointment. So do you want a good name? I remember talking about a good name. We're not talking about a good name amongst the world. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a good name amongst who? The Lord. A good name is better, right? So we want a good name with who? The Lord, Yahweh Shai, right? Favor. If you have favor with the Lord, you have a good name with him, Yahweh Shai. Okay? So it says, check this out. It's better than precious ointment. And the day of death than the day of one's birth. Better to go into the house of mourning It's good to be more contrite, downtrodden, than the house of feasting. Excuse me. Don't mind if I use your light, do you? You enjoying the weather?
Yeah, it makes nice bit of sunshine.
Yeah, it's different. Ain't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Oh no, it went out. I didn't put the light on it. No, no, no.
Oh yeah, yeah, my sister is very much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, all right. Yeah, just burning that incense, them good vibes. That's what it's all about as well. The good vibes, man. Positivity as well. And I keep saying it's not everybody's against you. It's a certain group of people that got spirits upon them. It's not everyone. Remember, focus on the Lord, bro. Focus on what we're doing. So let's get back to where we were. Where we were on Ecclesiastes, right? Baba Kishar, before I missed that. Good vibes. Ecclesiastes, check this out. It's better to go into the house of mourning. The Lord loves a contrite spirit. Contrite. Right? Broken, shattered. Ran to go into the house of feasting, eating, mirth. For all that is the end of all men, and the living will take it to heart. So we want to take this to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter. Sorrow is better than laughter. Why? Because you're more reflective. You're reflecting more. When you're sorrowful, you're able to reflect on certain things, then rather than being joyful, ha ha ha, he, you're not really reflecting. For by a sad countenance, the heart is made better. Our minds are made better by a sad countenance. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It says it. It says it. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. Check that out. Hmm? But the heart of fools in the house of mirth. You see, mirthing it up. Celebration time. No. You got to know what time we're in. There's a time and place for all things, for everything. But you have to know what time and what season. See what else we got. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for to hear the song of fools. So it's better that a wise man corrects you than to hear a song, party, mirth with fools. Correction, that could save your life. Being corrected can save your life. There's not many people can take correction. They shun away from it. Oh, I don't like him because he's I don't like what he says. The truth is, always take correction. Always. That will save you. That will help you in the long run. That's the problem these days. A lot of people don't want to take correction. A lot of people they want to do their own thing. So we're living in an age now where most people you can't tell them nothing. They're not open to correction. This is heavy. This is wisdom right here. This is knowledge. All right. So we went to that, and now we're gonna jump. This Ecclesiastes. Check this out now. Hmm? Wisdom superior to folly. Check this out. We got Ecclesiastes 2, and check this out. Wisdom is the principal thing, brothers. Therefore, get wisdom. Actually, before we go to that, we're going to jump back to Proverbs. The Proverbs teach us how to deal with people and so forth. Baba Kishar, let's go to Proverbs. This is Proverbs. This is the value of wisdom, my son. If you receive my words and my treasure, and treasure my commands within you, treasure these commandments, and I'm telling you, your life will be a whole lot better. Even though you're going to still do, it's going to be a whole lot better. So that you incline your ear to wisdom. Where is the wisdom? Let's go to Deuteronomy 4 and 6. All right? We're going to go into what the wisdom is. All right? Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Check this out. Therefore, be careful to observe them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the peoples, which we read earlier. This is your wisdom. The laws, the statutes, the commandments. It shows you how to govern yourself, to govern your household, to deal with people. That's our wisdom. Because without it, you're just going to be doing what? You're just going to be all over the place. Hectic. Not knowing what you're doing. This is fun, brother. Brothers need to hear this. Right? This is key to a better, more productive life. It's key. Okay? So where was we, Baba Kishar? And apply your heart to understanding. With all that wisdom, get understanding. Apply your heart, your mind to understanding. Right? Yes, if you cry out for discernment and you lift up your voice for understanding, are you listening? If you seek her as silver, right? Ooh. So we got to seek her. Hold on just a minute. And search for her as for hidden treasures. Then will you understand the fear of the Lord. So we also got to seek her. So let's go to Matthew's. Let's go to Matthew 7. Check this out. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and you shall find. All we need to do is just ask, pray. Yahabashah, I feel like I'm falling short of certain knowledge and how to do certain things within this society. All you need to do is pray to the Lord Yahabashah for that. And he gives it to us in large measures. He gives it to us. And it says, and knock, and it should be open. No one's going to open a door if you're just standing at the door. Just standing at the door. You're not even knocking. And it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, it will be opened. Just ask, just knock, and the Lord will give you wisdom. He will give you knowledge. Knowledge is something different. Wisdom is you're able to govern yourself with wisdom. Knowledge, slightly more different. It's just a knowledge of something. Pray for wisdom. Pray for wisdom. Right? This is much more of a calm setting compared to the setting I was just in, right? See? They want to throw us off. The setting was a throw us off. Okay, check this out. So we're back on Proverbs 2 and 7. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. Sound comes with a sound mind. For the upright. He's a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the paths of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then will you understand righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path. When we apply these things, when wisdom enters into your hearts and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you. What's discretion? What's discretion? Discreet, knowing how to move, knowing what to say at the right time, right? It's your discretion, is your conduct, your anastrophe, your way of living, the way you conduct yourself amongst people. That's your anastrophe, that's your conduct. You discretion, right? Will preserve you, and understanding will keep you to deliver you from the way of the evil, from the man who speaks perverse things. So if you're using that discretion, you're not going to have too much evil come your way because you're applying it to your life in certain situations. That's what the Lord wants from those who leave the path of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil. So the other people, they're rejoicing in doing evil because they don't have the wisdom of the Lord. They don't have it. We have this to apply it to our lives. Let me just check the battery. There's plenty of battery left. Plenty of battery. And delights in the perversity of the wicked. So we're not supposed to delight, have pleasure in perversity, because Satan is turning more perverse. You understand? So we're not supposed to delight in the things that the wicked are delighting in. You're supposed to refrain from that. See? Whose ways are crooked and are devious. Devious. There's a lot of deviance out here. To deliver you from the immoral woman, the Jezebel, from the seductress who flatters with her words. That's that seduction. Who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. So we're not supposed to do that. Get allured back into sin and the ways of this world, which is enticement, which is through flattery, which is through seduction, which Jezebel uses. Check this out. From the seductress who flatters with her words, who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God, for her house leads to down to death. That's that Jezebel. And her paths to the dead, none who go to her return. You hear that? Hmm? Nor do they regain the paths of life, so you may walk in the way of goodness. Be careful of them seductress, enticing spirits that want to suck you back into the world, that want to allure you back into this world. To keep the paths of righteousness, for the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it. So therefore, the Lord is delighted in those that are faithful. Let's go to Hebrews now. Let's go to Hebrews. Actually, hold on. Before we go to scrap that. Let's go to James. Scrap that. We're gonna go to James instead, because there's something that came to mind concerning this wisdom and how we apply it. Come on. Now bear me just a minute. Thessalonians. We found it. This is James. Check this out. This is James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into that various type of trials, knowing the testing of your faith produces patience. Our faith is being tested, and it is producing a great deal amount of patience as well within us. Hmm? And it says, Baba Kishar, producing patience, but let patience have its perfect work, that ye may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, Let him ask of God. Even when we're lacking, you ask God, please, God, give me the wisdom to be able for me to make better decisions and so forth, and to guide me. And it says, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach. Liberally, which means in large amounts, without reproach. He's able to do that. He done it with Solomon. He done it with Solomon. But what did Solomon pray for? Such a wisdom to guide thy people. That's what the Lord prayed for. All right? And it says, which gives to all liberally, generously, and without reproach, and it will be given to him. So if you're asking, the Lord will give to you. Because it's in faith, right? And he wants to give you that. And this is an act of faith, because you're actually praying for them. That's an act of faith. So he will give that to you. No pictures, people secretly recording. Hey, don't worry about that. It don't matter anyway, but because sure. Okay. And it says, but let him ask in faith with no doubting. For he who doubts is like the wave of the sea, driven and tossed with the wind. So let's ask in faith. When we're asking and praying, make sure it's in faith. Okay? Anything we do, it has to be in faith. Anything. And the Lord will give you, he will give you that wisdom. And he will give it to you generously in large amounts. Because you can't be a true ruler without possessing this wisdom. You can't be. The only way you can be a true ruler is if you have this wisdom to be able to govern other people as well as ourselves. See what else we got. Solomon was the wisest man on earth. Why? Because that's what he prayed for. So therefore it was given to him. All right? It was given to him, man. And it was given to him in large amounts. Because guess what? You could have wealth, you could have all those things, but you don't know how to deal with that wealth because you don't have wisdom. So now all that wisdom, you're not balanced. That's what the Lord said before. Someone that's balanced. I also want to go to Ecclesiastes. Check this out. Because I can't find this one. So we move on quickly. Check this out. Ecclesiastes, check this out. This is also wisdom. Check this out. Check this out. Ecclesiastes 7 and 11. Wisdom is good with an inheritance. So if you got wisdom plus an inheritance, that's a plus. And profitable to those who see the sun. It says it. And profitable to those that see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, as money is a defense. So hold on. A lot of people say, no, money is wicked. Money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. It's not. It says money is a defense. If you got money, there's things you can do. If you don't have no money, well, you can't do much. Money is a defense, and so is wisdom. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to those who have it. So the ultimately life is those that have it, that wisdom. And that's what I want. I do feel that I'm lacking in certain areas when it comes to wisdom. I have knowledge, but when it comes to wisdom, And there's examples of using wisdom. There's different examples that you could apply to your life. This is heavy stuff. I'm still looking for that one in Kings. See if I can find it. Heavy. This is First Kings chapter 2. Now the days of David drew near that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying, I'll go the way of all the earth. Be strong, therefore, and prove yourself a man. And keep the charge of the Lord Jehovah, your gods. And it says, Baba Kishar, to walk in his ways. And it says, Baba Kishar, to keep his statutes, his commandments, his judgments, and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that you may prosper in all that you do and wherever you turn. But the Lord Yahweh may fulfill his word which he spake concerning me, saying, if your sons take heed to the way, to walk before me in truth with all their heart and with all their soul, he said, you shall not lack on the throne of Israel. See? That's what we got to do. And we're going to further go into this. Hold on. Okay. Solomon was a very, very wise man, but he had the right people around him. Okay. He had the right people around him. Prayer of dedication. So we're going to shut off soon because I want to reserve my energy. So we got Solomon's assembly. Solomon dedicates a temple. That was all wisdom. All of it was wisdom. Right? All of it. Because without wisdom, you're just going to be a fool. And we don't want to be fools. Quickly go to Proverbs. And sometimes we have to be a fool in order to become wise, right? How would you know a fool? That homeless man said, oh, have you watched that homeless man that had wisdom? He could have been an angel. How would you know a fool if you've never been a fool? A lot of people look around me. A lot of people, they're fools. But how would you know a fool if you've never been a fool? But nobody wants to be a fool. See? We're going to shut off on this. Okay? Check this out. Proverbs 13. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a scoffer does not listen to rebuke. Who's our Father? The Heavenly Father. And we got Yahushua. We take heed. Take heed to these words. Take heed to instruction. And there's a few more. Check this out. Proverbs 13 and 10. But by pride comes nothing but strife, but with the well advice is wisdom. Say, right? So we want to be well advised. Yeah, you need counselors. You need people that can tell you what to do. You need people to give. Sometimes you need people to give you advice. Like, bro, I don't agree with that. What direction you're going in there or there? Maybe you should do this. There's so much knowledge and wisdom in these scriptures. This is Proverbs 13 and 15. Good understanding gains favor, but the way of the unfaithful is hard. So even with your understanding, you're able to have favor. Daniel, Abednego, Shadrach, Joseph, many other men, they were favored because of their understanding in another man's kingdom. Favored. Your understanding, the scriptures, your understanding can bring you before great men. This truth is heavy. This truth is heavy, bro. And there's more, but we're going to shut off because I'll be here all day, man. This is Proverbs 15. Right? And we shut off on a good one. All 15 and 22. Without counsel, plans go awry. But in a multitude of counselors, they are established. Even within this kingdom, you know, your president, your prime minister, they have counselors, right? What's the counselors for? To give them good counsel. Do this, do that. That's why to give them good counsel. Right? That's why it's done. So we got to take heed to the counsel of the Lord. So I'm going to shut off here. And I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Mahavakak, Badash. And until the next time, Shalom to the hopeful elect. And let's take heed to the right counsel. Shalom.